Thanks for stopping by at Twisted Art Designs. Today I'm going to have my paper art doll parade. This is parade number 3, and when I started I was really excited and overzealous, and I thought I'd be able to have a parade every Friday, but with as much detail and time as I put into each creation, there's just no way that I can have one every Friday. So for those of you who follow me regularly and love to see these for inspiration, or whether or not you're looking to give them a new home in one of your journals or hanging it in maybe your art studio, you'll just have to stay tuned and I will make announcements for when the next parade will be. So to get started, I'm going to give you some ideas of ways that you can use these. You can stick them in a pocket in an art journal or a junk journal. You could actually put them down on an art journal page and make them background and make it become a creation on your art journal page. And I've showed many examples of how I do that. So this is an art doll that I created, and then I glued her into my art journal. She has movable limbs, but she's become part of my art journal page. You can put a hanger on them like this. One has a hanger, and hang them. I have a previous video on my paper doll tree. It is a really pretty tree that has some lights on it, but it's just kind of a stick version of a tree, and I have my paper art dolls hanging from it that I can see in my art room. You can also take a piece of ribbon, put a piece of ribbon across your wall and hang them across the ribbon and make them a display across your wall where you do your art just as inspiration. They're great art muses to have watching over you as you art journal and create. And another idea is to take a branch and hang a branch on the wall and hang them from a branch, and I'll show you that next. And then I'll get started with the parade, this beautiful cast of characters. I had so much fun creating these and I can't wait to show them to you, so let's get started with the parade. And I want to start by saying thank you to Nancy. She gave me a tip to my tip jar and I certainly appreciate that, so thank you so much, Nancy. I just wanted to show you this cute idea. Some of you might find it to be a little bit funky, but I absolutely love it, and that's what matters, is do what you love. So art stores, art supplies and craft stores, Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, a lot of those carry branches, like decorative branches that you can put in a vase. And instead of buying one, I just decided to go out in nature and find a branch that I liked. So I love this branch, and I've hung it on my wall. And now I'm making it into a place to put some of my paper art dolls. So they hang nicely on the branch, on the branches. And it looks super cute. You could take spray paint and you could paint the branch any color. So say your room was turquoise, you could paint the branch turquoise. You could paint it white with spray paint. You could leave it natural, which is what I'm going to do because I just love the natural wood of the branch. I really like the natural. But look at how cute it looks to have my paper art dolls hanging from the branch. And the puzzle on the wall was a puzzle that my father did for me last year for Christmas, and then he glued it together. He knows I love mandalas, so that's behind my art table, and this looks just super cute hanging over that. So I just thought I'd show that. So it's hanging on the wall by ribbons that are, I put mollies in the wall with screws in 2 places and then tied ribbons around the branch and then around the screw, so it was really easy to hang. But it's super cute. So just another idea for a paper art doll tree. And it could be wired with little rice lights, Christmas lights, the little tiny Christmas rice lights. I'm not going to wire this one with lights. My other paper doll art tree has lights on it. So I'm going to leave this one just natural because it gets beautiful light from the window. This first little cutie is named Time Flies. So her favorite thing is to poke around in thrift shops and resale stores looking for clocks. She collects all kinds of clocks, and her favorite are antique clocks. And she's obsessed with the fact that time flies too quickly. So she has a shiny clock as her body. She has a hat with a three-dimensional clock on it and a feather stuck in it. Wings, cute little shoes. So this is Time Flies. And she measures about 7¼ inches long, and at her widest point she's about 4 inches wide. This is Florence, the flower fairy. She lives in a secret garden and she tends all the beautiful flowers. She flutters around and makes friends with the butterflies. She has three-dimensional flowers, cute butterflies with little wire antennas, a metal key, a pearl, some lace, cute little shoes with shoelaces. And she's just super, super fun. She's super sweet, and her name is Florence the Flower Fairy. And she measures about 7 inches long and about 4 inches wide. This is Melinda Mermaid. She is super cute. She has a diver's mask that's shiny and a starfish in her hair. She has a friend that is a seahorse, and it's on a spinner, so you can spin the seahorse. And at the bottom of that is a starfish charm. She has a little sea lion friend, a little seal, a little zentangled tail, some seaweed. So this is Melinda Mermaid. She's so cute. She measures about 5½ inches by about 3½ inches. This sweetheart is called Little Miss Sunshine. She spends her day bringing sunshine and joy to everyone she meets. She has a butterfly on her forehead, sun rays for hair, a paper flower that she's holding, and some really cute shiny little shoes with shoelaces. This is Little Miss Sunshine. And she measures about 6½ inches long, by about 3½ inches wide. And her face was hand drawn and watercolor painted. This gorgeous lady is Miss Vivienne. She's strictly high society and she loves her afternoon tea with her friends. She has a beautiful sparkling headpiece with feathers, shiny lips, a beaded necklace, sparkly glittery shoes. She's quite fashionable. And she measures about 6½ inches, not including the feathers, by about 2 inches wide. This is Lucinda. She took a vacation to Spain and she loved the culture so much that upon returning to her flat in Paris, she decided to take up flamenco dancing. So she learned how to become a flamenco dancer. She has movable arms. Both arms are movable. And she has a three-dimensional flower. Her face is hand-drawn and watercolor painted. She has beaded earrings. Beautiful tulle train, a fan that she's holding, a lace skirt, and that is Lucinda. And beautiful Lucinda measures about 5¼ inches by about 2 inches wide, 2.5 inches wide. This is Miss Trini Love. She is just darling. I love this one. She plays dress up, digs through her grandmother's trunk and gets all kinds of fun things out, and then did her makeup because she wanted to look like a jester of love. She has little bells from her hat, corners of her hat, and a heart. This is a mixed media body. She has a movable arm. She's holding a pocket watch with a chain. And the pocket watch face is shiny. In the other hand, she has a star and a pretty bow on her skirt. So this is Trini Love. And she measures about 7¼ inches long, and her wide skirt is about 4½ inches wide. And this is Edith. She is a 1920s flapper girl. She has a beautiful beaded headband with little micro beads and a feather. And then a beaded necklace that matches the long hanging necklace. Her arms move, both of her arms move. There's a cute skirt that's been sewn, shiny shoes. Her little dress has a bird with a teacup. She's super cute. So that is Edith the Flapper Girl. And she measures about 6½ inches by about 2¾ inches. And the last girl in the parade is Blossom. This is Blossom. She is a wingless flower fairy that lives in the garden as well. And her favorite flowers to grow are sunflowers. She has a crown of butterflies, a sparkly face, a crown of butterflies, lipstick, little tiny micro buttons, movable arms, a long braid that goes all the way to her shoes with a little gingham ribbon, a lace skirt, Victorian boots. And this is Blossom. And Miss Blossom measures about 6.5 inches long by about 2.5 inches wide. So we hope you had a good time and enjoyed this parade, and stay tuned for another one. There will be another one coming up soon as more paper dolls are created. And if you're interested in giving any of these creations a home, there will be a link in the description box below where you can find them until they're gone. Otherwise, if you're just here for the parade and for the fun and the inspiration, we thank you and appreciate you. So thanks for stopping by. Go make a paper doll to put in your art journal, because art soothes the heart.